Okay, a couple quick thoughts on drawing backgrounds because I'm very much the stereotypical, I draw a person on a white background, but how do I background kind of artist. So, one is in the sketch phase, I think about the background because if you have like a person standing like this and the background's going like that, it doesn't work. So, try to think about them together and then I separate it out into different layers. So, couple tips, especially for like organic backgrounds, is don't sweat it over every blade of grass and rock. The person is probably going to be the most important element of the composition anyway. Jeff Smith's Bone is a really good example of this economy of detail. Well, he'll just use a couple teeny tiny little scratches to indicate rocks or grass. So you don't need to draw every blade of grass. Second thing is atmospheric perspective. Atmospheric perspective is what Leonardo da Vinci is famous for. So in painting, the farther away something gets, the bluer and hazier and cloudier it gets less detailed. The blacks get less black. The whites get less white. So to indicate that in something where there's like a real distant mountains, for instance, the farther away the mountain is, the lighter and softer I draw everything, and then as I push into the foreground, the blacks become harsher, the white highlights become harsher. I guess maybe like the third thing, you can't really see this in this drawing because I've drawn over it so much, but I try to get at least a couple vanishing lines in mind. So I may not meticulously measure out every little vanishing line, but I'll imagine lines going this way, disappearing, and I'll imagine lines going this way, vanishing off screen. And that kind of helps mentally place where the character is standing roughly in the composition. And then, of course, since I have a digital element as well, I scan this and then I work digitally, then I can work out some details like where precisely the clouds are and where the sky is. Some of that I'll save for the digital coloring process later. I don't need to work out every single little cloud in its position. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on drawing backgrounds for artists who struggle with putting a person in front of a blank white void.